Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening to all. Welcome to interview preparation session on 21st of this day by 360 DGTMG. So since past 4 days, we have been coming through these interview preparations, some of the interview questions which are regarding either it may be of Python, either it may be of data science, either maybe it may be some of them are basic, some of them very useful to us. So today we are going to look some more questions, some more important questions regarding them. Uh, as jumping into the topic, the first question I'm asking you is, what do you understand by data lake? Which means, what is a data lake in it? So I'll be giving you a minute. You could please, if you have an idea, please share your thoughts in the chat box. I'll be holding on. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Okay. Yeah. As looking into it, what do you understand by data lake? What does it actually means? Now, data lake. A data lake is an centralized repository for hosting raw, unprocessed, and enterprise data. Okay, it is an it is basically a called as a central raw data. Okay, data lakes can encompasses hundreds of terabytes or even petabytes, which means it can encompass very huge amount of data. Okay, storing replicated data from operational sources, which includes the databases, SaaS platforms. The term data lake is often associated with Hadoop. It is been associated. This data lake term is associated with Hadoop oriented object storage. Okay. Now this is about the data lake. Actually, the as coming to the briefly of this, it basically takes a very huge amount of data into considerations, and it includes a database of SaaS platforms. Basically, this comes under a Hadoop oriented object storage. Okay. Yeah. Now, as coming to the next one, what do you understand by data warehouse? If anyone has an idea on this, please ping in the chat box. I'll be seeing your answers. We'll be discussing about this in a minute. Okay. Yeah. Looking into this warehousing, what is data warehousing, and what do you understand about that? Data warehousing, it is this is a secure electronic storage of information, by a business or other organizations. Okay, it basically protects the data. Okay, examples are product informations, sales data, customers, suppliers, and details, which means uh, this data warehousing, uh, we might have some very important data, very useful data. So if we want to save the data without being lost or being hacked or doing any other alliances, so we mostly prefer to keep data very securely in this data warehousing. Okay, it basically stores this basically secures this electronic storage of information, either it may be of any business or any organization. So this is about data warehousing. As jumping into the next one, which of the following is a good alternative to the star schema? Okay, okay, yeah, which of the following is a good alternative for star schema? If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. I'll be waiting here for a minute. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Okay. Yeah. Now, as looking into it, which of the following is a good alternative to star schema? Yeah, this is an MCQ question. Uh, and the options are snowflake schema, star snowflake schema, and fact constellation. I haven't get any replies, which means they don't have any idea. So, yeah, uh, a good alternative for star schema means fact constellation. Why this is very good alternative for star schema? Because fact constellation is a measure of online and analytic processing, which is a collection of multiple fact tables and sharing dimension tables viewed as a collection of stars. It basically also known as galaxy schema, which means it collects every multiple facts data which has been sharing with dimensions and all. So it is widely used schema and more complex than star schema and snowflake schema. So as comparatively with this star schema and snowflake schema, this fact constellation is very complex, even though that is a good alternative as compared to the star schema. Okay, yeah. Now as jumping into the next one, which is not a data mining functionality among this. Okay, and the options are clustering and analysis, selection and interpretation, classification and regression, characterization and discrimination. Among this, which is not a data mining functionality? So I'll be waiting here for a minute. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Okay. Now I was looking into this, which is not a data mining function among this, and the answer is B, selection and interpretation. Why? Because the common functionalities we used in data mining are clustering, predictions, characterization, evaluation, and all. Still, the association and correctional analysis classifications are also one of the important functions of data mining function. Among these given options, selection and interpretation is not a data mining functionality. Okay, yeah. Jumping to the next one, yeah. Efficiency and scalability of data mining algorithms issue comes under, which means these issues comes under which what step this issue comes under which type of issues, like the first option is mining methodology and user interaction issues, performance issues, diverse data type issues, and none of the above. So I would be giving you a minute. If you know the answer, please ping in the chat box. I would like to see your answers. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Yeah, as looking into it, the answer is performance issues. The statement which is mentioned above comes under performance issues. In order to effectively extract the information from huge amount of data in database. Okay, yeah. As jumping to the next one, the learning which is used to find the hidden pattern in unlabeled data is called. Okay, the learning which is used to find the hidden pattern in unlabeled data is called, and the options are unsupervised learning, supervised learning, reinforcement learning, none of the above. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. I will be looking into them. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Okay. as looking into this answer, and the answer is unsupervised learning. Why? Because unsupervised learning is a type of machine learning algorithm which is generally used to find the hidden structure and patterns in the given unlabeled data, which means it basically it basically finds the hidden patterns in an unlabeled data, which is called as unsupervised learning. Okay, yeah. As jumping into the next one, which of the following is not a kind of data warehouse? Okay, as we discussed above in the above few questions about data warehouse, which of the following is not a kind of data warehouse applications? Okay, and the options are information processing, analytical processing, data mining, and transaction processing. Among this, which is not a kind of data warehouse application. I would like to give you a minute. If anyone knows the chat box, I'll be seeing the answers and we'll discuss the answer in a minute. Okay. Yeah. Now, as looking into it, and the option is transaction processing. Okay. This is not an application for data warehouse application, because data warehouse, it basically stores the huge amount, where a huge amount or very protective amount. Okay, it basically protects the data, right? So and the option which is not a kind of data ware application is transaction processing. Okay, now yeah, as coming to the next question, which of the following can be used to extract or filter the data information from the data warehouse? uh, which can extract the information among these four options, and the options are data redundancy, data recovery tool, data mining, or both a data recovery tool on the data mining. I would be like to check the chat box. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. as looking into it. And the option for this is data mining. This data mining is used to can be used to extract or filter the data and information from the data warehouse. Okay, explanation. As coming to the explanation of this, the tools used to obtain meaningful information are known as data mining tools, which means that the tools which we use in this informations are called data mining tools, which gives a very informatively. Okay, through data mining one can easily filter the useful information or data from the massive collection of data. Okay, yeah. So among all these four options we might prefer the data mining. Okay, yeah. As coming to the next one, which of the following refers to the copies of same data occupying the memory space at multiple places? And the options are data repository, data inconsistency, data replicity, and data redundancy. So I would like to give you a minute. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. I'll be seeing your answers. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Okay. Yeah. As we're looking into it, and the option is data redundancy. This data redundancy, it refers to the copies of same data occupying the memory space at multiple places. Okay, now why data redundancy? Because the data redundancy, it generally occurs whenever more than one copy of the exact same data exists in several different places. Okay, which means uh, same copy existing with same copy existing with in very different places. Okay, in that time this data redundancy process comes in, and sometimes it may cause data inconsistency, which can result in an unreliable sources of data or information that is not good for everyone. Okay, yeah. Now, as going to the next one, which of the following refers to the data about data? If you as coming to the options, the option A is directory, option B is subdata, option C is warehouse, option D is metadata. Uh, I think you can guess this answer. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. I'll be seeing your replies. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Okay. Yeah. As looking into this, and the answer is metadata. Why? Yeah. Metadata, it basically refers to the type of data that describes the other type of information. A general file or document is nothing more than a sequence of bytes that contains information file like this information file may contains like name, size, date, time, and how it is created, if any modifications are done, how there are modified, and all these informations might get in this data about data. And this data about data, it basically refers to metadata. Okay. As coming to the next one, which of these following functions we do not consider in ETL process cycle? And the options are extract function, transform function, load function, and retrieve function. Yeah, I will be giving you a minute. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. I will see those answers and we'll discuss the answer in a minute. Yeah, now I was looking at this, and the option is D, which is retrieve function. Okay. Yeah. uh, as going to the next question, what is the work of data architect? What he basically does? Yeah, okay, I would giving you a minute. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. I would like to give you some options, and the options are basically this data architect, utilizes the large data sets to gather information that meets their company's needs. He basically works with businesses to determine the best usage of information yielded from data. Build data solutions that are optimized for performance and design applications. And the option D is all the above. I would like to give you a minute. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. I would like to see those answers, and we'll discuss the answer in a minute. Yeah. Now I was looking at it, and the option is option C. Why? Uh, uh, Data architect. Data architect. He basically builds data solutions that are optimized for performances and design applications. Okay. Yeah. As going to the next one, which is the modern specification for describing an API. Okay. Among this, which is a modern specification, and the options are: option A is WADL, option B is Oath, option C is Open API Swagger, option D is WSDL. And I would like to give you a minute. If you have knows the answer, please bring in the chat box. I would like to see those answers, and we'll discuss the answer in a minute. Yeah. Now I was looking at this, and the answer is C. Open API. Open API. Its base specifications. Formally, Swagger specification is an API description from format for REST APIs. Okay. Yeah. Which of the following is just a minute. Yeah. Which of the following is not the data types or collections are supported by Hive? Okay. And the options are A, map, B, structure, C, union, and D, array. If anyone knows the answer, please ping me in the chat box. I will be seeing those answers, and we'll discuss the answer in a minute. And the option is B, structure. Struct is a data type supported by Hive, not structured. Okay. Yeah. Coming to the next one. Arithmetic pipeline is used for arithmetic pipeline. What is it basically used for? And the options are option A, floating point operations, option B, integer operations, option C, character operations, and option D, none of the above. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. I will be giving you a minute. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Yes, coming to this, and the option is A. This arithmetic pipeline is used for floating point operations. Okay, arithmetic pipelines are usually found in most of the computers. They are used for floating point operations, multiplications of fixed point numbers, etc. Okay, which of the following is not a pipeline conflicts? Among these options, which is not a pipeline conflict, and the options are option A, timing variations, option B, branching, option C, loading balancing, option D, data dependency. If anyone knows the answer, please ping me in the chat box. I will be giving you a minute. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Yeah, as coming to this, and the answer is load balancing. Load balancing is not a pipeline conflict among these given options. This load balancing is not a conflict. Okay. Yeah. As jumping into the next one, the processor contents for the usages of hardware and might enter into a, which means the processor, there are a processor, right? If we use them usage, if we use them for hardware and might enter into what kind of states? Okay, if either, and the options are option A, hazard state, option B, stock state, option C, deadlock state, and option D, none of the above. If anyone knows the answer, ping in the chat box. We'll discuss the answer. Yeah, no, as looking into this answer, and the answer is deadlock state. The processor, it contents for the usage of the hardware and might enter into a deadlock state. Okay. Yeah, as jumping to the next one, the pipelining process is also called as what is a pipelining process is also called, and the options are option A, assembly line operation, option B, one human cycle, option C, superscalar operation, and option D, none of the above. If anyone knows the answer, please ping me in the chat box. I would like to give you a minute. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Yeah, now as looking into it, this pipelining technique is also called as assembly line operations. It is also it is called so because it performs its operation at a assembly level. Yeah, so that's why it is called as assembly line operation. Yes, jumping into the next one, dash has been developed specifically for pipeline system. Among these options which has been specifically developed to use this pipelining systems, okay, and the options are utility, option A utility software, option B speed up utilities, option C optimizing compilers, and option D none of the above. If anyone knows the answer, please ping me in the chat box. I will be seeing those answers. We'll discuss the answer in a minute. Optimizing compilers. This has been developed specifically for pipelining systems. Okay, because the compilers which are designed to remove redundant part of the code are called as optimizing compilers. Yeah, as coming to the next one, in arithmetic pipeline, the floating point addition and subtraction is done in dashboards. We have seen something about arithmetic pipelines, right? So the coding part, the floating point addition and subtraction might be getting which part of them. If anyone knows the answer, please ping in the chat box. Yeah, now as discussing to this, and the answer is 4. This floating point addition and subtraction in arithmetic pipeline will done in 4 parts. The floating point addition and subtraction done in 4 parts. Comparing two exponents, align the addition or subtraction matrices. It produces the result. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Jumping to the next one. I think this would be the last one for the day. Okay. DAS have been developed specifically for pipeline system. Among these, which have been developed specifically for pipeline systems, and the options are utility software, speed of utilities, optimizing compilers. None of the mentioned. And the option is C, optimizing compilers. These compilers are designed to remove redundant parts of codes. Are called as optimizing compilers. Yeah. This is for the day, guys. Thanks for attending the session, and we'll meet tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Have a great day.